Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Friday Night Eclipse. We're in Phoenix, Arizona tonight, where we are back with the excitement as we prepare for our next PLE of the year coming up in just over a week, JWE Against the Odds. Tonight is another chance for superstars to climb up the power rankings and increase the likelihood of them getting their names called as championship challengers. Who will be the ones at the top, and who will be the ones on whom they are standing atop of? Find out tonight, because this is And starting off our night with a long-standing rivalry. Introducing first. It is your former Women's Universal Champion, A2. And her opponent. It is the Umbran Witch, Bayonetta. And this is going to be a match between emotion versus grace, strength versus speed. And I had one other comparison in mind that I just forgot. Oh yeah, aggression versus calculation. And here we go, ref rings the bell. Bayonetta immediately pushing A2 away, and a spinning heel kick right to the gut, and now the arm drag, tossing A2 right into the corner. Picking her up, Irish whip into the corner, and an enziguri into a single arm drag suplex. And the clubbing strikes right to the spine. A2 picking up Bayonetta, but Bayonetta turning that around with a reversal springboard Hurricane Rana. Immediately back up to her feet. And forcing A2 back up to her feet. Over to the Eastern ropes and a high kick right to the jaw. And the moonsault crossbody. And now A2 just working on the arm. Pulling it out of it, or trying to pull it out of its joint. Kick to the jaw. falling arm breaker. And again, just pulling back, wrenching on that shoulder, hyperextending it. But Bayonetta with the reversal, Irish whip, and a spinning heel kick going for the pin. There's one, there's two, A2 kicks out. And Bayonetta walking A2 into the corner, trapping her. But A2 with a hip attack to get out. Axe kick. Into the kick right to the spine and the pin. There's one, there's two, and Bayonetta kicks out at 2.5. Stomping on the hand. And A2 just flaunting her stuff. And spearing Bayonetta off the apron. But Bayonetta tossing A2 back into the ring, not wasting any time along the outside. Planted powerbomb as Bayonetta now climbing up to the middle rope, telling A2 to get up to her feet. And a middle rope Hurricane Rana connects. Forcing A2 back up to her feet. And now Bayonetta looking for the Witch Time Neckbreaker. And the pin, there's one, there's two, and A2 somehow finding the strength to kick out of that. Springboard moonsault finds its mark. A2 crawling to the corner, Bayonetta with a running double knee to the spine. And looking for the stomp, but A2 getting out of the way, but Bayonetta diving underneath and tripping A2. A2 with a kick up reversal. And the pin, there's one. Bayonetta kicks out immediately. Bayonetta with the stomps to the face. Turning her on, or excuse me, A2 with the stomps to the face, turning Bayonetta onto her side, kick to the spine, and out over the shoulders. And a face breaker. Small pile, or a small package pin, but no 3. A2 forcing Bayo back up to her feet yet again. Looking for the right hand, but Bayonetta ducking underneath. Nice counterattack. And a stomp to the thigh. Turning A2 around. Forcing her to her feet. And A2 turning that around. Going for the pin, referee running around, looking for position. There's two, there's one. Bayonetta going for the pin, there's one. A2 kicks out. Irish whip, sending A2 over the top rope. And Bayonetta just staring her down. A2 taking the time to catch her breath, but Bayonetta making sure to knock it out of her lungs as quickly as possible. Handstand headlock. And forcing A2 back up to her feet. Into the barricade now. Diving elbow connects. And tossing A2 back into the ring. And just showing off with a little bit of breakdancing, because why not? Crossbody splash to the spine. And A2 fighting her way out. Top rope double leg dropkick connects. And A2. Another axe kick. And the spine kick. Rolling her onto her back. Going for the pin. There's one. There's two. And Bayonetta forcing her way out. But for how much longer? A2 over the shoulders. And now the lights are out. Bayonetta appearing behind A2. And catching her by surprise with the Witch Time neckbreaker. And the pin. There's one. There's two. And A2 kicks out. Back and forth action here. Each time I thought there was a winner. Either the lights go out or they kick out. A2 with a facebuster after that reversal. Kick to the spine. And again making Bayonetta pay. And another kick right to the spine. Now going for the pin. Honestly, this might be it. There's one, there's two, and Bayonetta forces their way out. Bayonetta the reversal, sending A2 for the Irish whip. Enziguri, but A2 seemingly blocking that, but Bayonetta continuing with the combo nonetheless. A2 with the reversal. Taking Bayonetta down with the tackles. The corner spear. Lining up. The European uppercut. Over the shoulders again. Facebuster. Again. Small package pin. There's one. There's two. And Bayonetta kicks out somehow again. A2 turning her around. Over the shoulders. Perhaps a win by submission? And yes! Bayonetta forced to tap out an A2. You know, strength. Striking wasn't doing it. Just go for the submission and A2 somehow. Very uncharacteristic of her. A win by submission, that's a win. A win is a win. Well fought battle. And sometimes you just have to try unorthodox things, and a lot of the time they seem to work. And our next matchup is between two superstars who are on rather hot streaks. Introducing first, it is the Ringmaster, Jaren.
Weighing in at 155 pounds, Jaren!
And his opponent. It is your men's Nexus champion. It is the Blue Jay, Jayden Moon. And referee rings the bell to meet in the middle. Jaren forcing Jayden off of his feet onto his back. And now a stomp to the face and again. Slugging right hands, stomp to the stomach. And forcing Jayden back up to his feet. Springboard, double leg dropkick connects. And some more grounds and pounds. And Jayden turning that around with a couple of punches to the knee. And the head scissor elbow connects. Elbow to the knee, and again some more punches to the meniscus. I think that's the meniscus. Anyway, leg drop. Or a leg DDT. Jaren with a high kick and now just sweeping Jayden's leg from underneath him. Jayden back into the ring. Elbow to the spine, Irish whip, diving underneath. And a running knee to the gut. And the pin, there's one, there's two, Jayden kicks out. And now both men exchanging right hands in the ring as if this were a hockey fight. Although not really, hockey fights are a lot more ruthless than this. Trust me, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I've been in one before. Anyway, Jaren, middle rope, lining up, and the alley-oop elbow drop. And no, I will not. I will not elaborate further. Anyway, Jayden kicks out. And Jaren with a hot shot, knocking Jayden off the apron. And a face plant on the outside. Referee starts to count. There's one. Kick to the spine, and now just kicking the dust onto Jayden. There's four. And back to the ring we go. Jaren lining up, running high kick, busting Jayden open, and going for the pin. There's one, there's two, and somehow the Blue Jay kicks out. High ankle clutch, going for the submission. But Jayden easily fighting his way out. And the elbows knocking himself out. Springboard into the elbow drop. Jaren back into the ring. Sending Jayden tumbling to the outside. Forcing him up to his feet. Tossing him back in. Probably trying to disorient him. And a stomp leg puller connects. Jaren heading up top. Telling Jayden to get up to his feet. And looking for the heel kick, but Jayden getting out of the way, winning the grapple yet again. Irish whip. Jumping over. Spinning heel kick and the pin. There's one. There's two. Jaren kicks out. And the tornado kick missing. Jaren rolling out of the way just in time. And the face buster going for the pin. There's one, there's two, and Jayden gets his shoulder up. Clotheslines, Jayden ducking underneath. Pop-up drop kick. And forcing Jaren back up to his feet. Irish whip. Another ankle kick, this one missing. And a pendulum backbreaker from the ringmaster, excuse me. And a small package driver. Jayden rolling to the outside. Jaren showing absolutely no respect. Crossbody finds its mark. But Jayden turning that around with a reversal. Sending Jaren tumbling back into the ring, climbing in after him. Irish whip. Spinning heel kick. Here's the pin, there's one, there's two, and Jaren will not stay down. This is a main event level match, and this is only the second of the night. Backbreaker. Jaren not going for the pin, instead telling Jayden to get up to his feet. And a running high kick. Here's the pin. There's one. There's two. And match over. There could only be one winner in that match, and Jaren gets it. But honestly, I feel like both men can be proud with how they did that match. Jaren continuing his winning streak, though. But Jayden put up one hell of a fight and really made him work for it. And for our next matchup, introducing first, it is the Change Bringer, Delta.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada,
Delta putting up a decent showing at last week's Gauntlet. but was unable to come up with the victory. I mean, partially because she was picked early in the match, or she was picked to participate early in the match, but I mean, there's only 5 wrestlers, there's only 4 opponents. I think she was number 3, if I'm not mistaken. So it wasn't that hard. Like she could have easily won that. And her opponent, representing C's, it is Yukari Takeba. And here we go, referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle. Yukari immediately with a springboard flying forearm that finds its mark. And now immediately sending Delta's knee into the canvas. Irish whip diving underneath, jumping over the top. And looking for the suplex, but Delta fighting her way out. And slipping out of that. Grabbing Yukari from behind, walking her over to the Western ropes. Slugging right hand. Rising knife edge chop. And snap suplex. Delta heading up top. Lining up. And a flying double leg dropkick. Taking Yukari down, rolling elbow finds its mark. And an elbow right to the side of the head. Delta with a stomp leg puller. Picking Yukari back up to her feet, knee to the gut, knife edge chop, but Yukari catching that with a nice judo flip takedown. Kicks to the chest, elbow to the side of the head, and a knee right to the jaw, and some more kicks to the chest. And again a knee to the face. Both women heading to the outside. And Delta taking Yukari down with a Russian leg sweep. Right hands. And a stomp to the upper arm. Yukari with a knee, sending a Delta headfirst into the barricade. And tossing Delta back in, Yukari climbing in after her, or at least onto the apron. And Delta making Yukari pay for her hubris. But Yukari sending Delta right into the steel steps. Doesn't look like a single beat was missed. And again, Yukari sending Delta into the steel steps. Delta rolling in at the count of 4, but Yukari with a springboard elbow. And the pin, there's 1, there's 2. Delta kicks out. And Yukari with the stunner, kicks to the shin, knee to the face. And now the short shoot kicks into the enziguri just for good measure, and the pin. There's 1, there's 2, and Delta forces the shoulder up. Yukari heading up top, staring down Delta. And a standing top rope diving double leg drop kick. Or single leg drop kick, excuse me. Delta with the reversal, grabbing Yukari from behind and sending her into the ring. Following her in. And walking her to the northeastern corner. And a face scrape. And again. And now the kicks to the chest. Double foot stomp. Now Delta middle rope. Senton from the middle rope. And now climbing up top. Turning around. Corkscrew, splash, and the pin. There's 1. There's 2, and Yukari forces her up. Or forces her shoulder up. Delta looking for the people's moonsault. But Yukari getting her knees up. Flying forearm connects. And Yukari with a clothesline takedown. Dragging Delta away from the ropes. And now locking in the headlock. Trying to make Delta tap out. But releases the hold. Maybe that was just a warning. Yukari up top. Diving knee strike. End of the pin. There's 1, there's 2, and Delta kicks out yet again. Yukari with a running knee strike to the chest. And now lining up the drive-by. Looking for the clotheslines, but instead gets hit with the suplex. Delta just biding her time. And a backbreaker. Forcing Yukari back up to her feet again. Irish whip. Diving underneath. Jumping over. But Yukari turning that around with a reversal. Springboard flying forearm again. And the pin. There's one. There's two. And Delta still finding the strength to kick out. Irish whip looking for the clothesline. Yukari teleporting behind Delta just to be hit with a back elbow. Now Delta taking down Yukari. Maybe this time it's a submission. Yukari fights out. Man, 3 fights in a row being absolute bangers. Just to start off the night. Hurricane Rana going for the pin. There's one, there's two, and Yukari kicks out. Delta heading up top. Moonsault from the top rope. And the pin. There's one, there's two, and finally Yukari goes down. And for our first tag team match of the evening, introducing first, it is the Dark Hour.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 266 pounds, the Steiner Brothers.
And their opponents. It is
And their opponents.
D.I.C.E.
At a combined weight of 252 pounds, the Anarchists.
Rebranding from Agents of Anarchy. Just following a trend of tag teams rebranding. Because I apparently suck at names. Who would have thought? Here we go, Junpei and Rantaro staring each other down. Referee rings the bell. Rantaro immediately running towards Junpei, hitting him with a knee to the chest. Junpei back up to his feet, but being sent into the corner. And now Rantaro tagging in Kokichi. Another false starter. Junpei sending Kokichi into the corner. tagging in Makoto. And like 45 seconds in, everyone's already seen the ring. And a knee right to the inside of the arm. Stomp to the upper arm. Stomp to the lower arm. And a kick to the chest. Makoto forcing Kokichi back up to his feet. Irish whip right into the referee. And a planted powerbomb. Tagging in Junpei. Junpei forcing Kokichi back up to his feet. But Kokichi with the reversal on the Irish whip. And a neck breaker. Going for the pin, there's one. And Junpei kicks out. And now Rantaro tagged back in. Junpei with the kicks to the chest. Picking up Rantaro, stomps to the kidney, to the liver. I genuinely don't really know where many of the minor organs are located. Like, I know where the appendix is, more or less. I know the liver's kind of towards your back. I know the kidneys are kind of towards the back. But when it comes to, like, the spleen or the gallbladder... Actually, I think the gallbladder is, like, towards the middle, isn't it? I don't know. And the spleen's kind of close to the gallbladder. I don't know my anatomy, man. I'm squeamish as all hell. Anyway, Rantaro with a knee to the inside part of the arm. Why am I talking about anatomy? I don't know. Welcome to the channel where I just talk about random shit half the time. Rantaro forcing Makoto back up to his feet. Irish whip. Turning him around. And a double foot choke into the knees. And Makoto fighting his way out, punching Kokichi, but allowing Rantaro back up to his feet. Clothesline, and now stomps to the hand. Tossing Makoto into the corner. And a neck breaker connects. Jumping armbar. Pulling back on the arm. Now tagging in Junpei. Junpei with a running knee right to the chest. Preventing Rantaro from tagging out, and now over the shoulders. Fireman's carry facebuster. And the pin. Here comes Kokichi to break it up. Junpei forcing Rantaro back up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. And now looking for the next snap, but Rantaro rolling out of the way just in time. Was it skill or was it luck? Probably both. And Rantaro tagging Kokichi back in. And Kokichi forcing Junpei back up to his feet. Irish whip. Rantaro tagged back in. And the double enzigiri. Into the suplex. And forcing Junpei back up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. Looking for the kick. But Junpei turning that around, tagging Makoto in. And Rantaro going for the pin. Here comes Junpei to break it up. And the Irish whip into the corner, tagging Kokichi in. The atomic drop into the kick. There's two. Makoto kicks out. And now Kokichi going after Junpei, trying to knock him off the apron, and does. And heading back in. Both men looking for aerial attacks. Both men missing, but Kokichi with a double leg dropkick, tagging in Rantaro. Makoto to the outside. Rantaro lining up. Looking for the spear, but Makoto into the ring just in time, so Rantaro sends him for a run. Uppercut to the stomach. And Kokichi tagged back in. Makoto tagging Junpei in. Rantaro go for the fucking tag. Kokichi with the sling blade. And the pin. There's one. There's two. Junpei kicks out. And now what is Kokichi thinking here? Kick to the chest. Into the flatliner and the pin. Makoto is going to break that up. Technically he shouldn't be allowed in the ring. He was in the ring during the first pin. He shouldn't be allowed in. But whatever, this game is broken. I mean, technically he shouldn't have been in the ring anyway because he wasn't the legal man, but, you know. Junpei going for the pin. Rantaro's going to break it up. The referees cannot keep control of their match, and of course Makoto gets tagged in. We're going to be here for another 30 minutes. Makoto with the hangman. Forcing Kokichi back up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner, tagging in Junpei. And the double shoulder tackle. Junpei, go for the pin, my man. No, you're just gonna knee the thigh. Dude, just go for the fucking pin. Or the submission. Running soccer ball kick, just... Ground and pound, forcing Kokichi back up to his feet. Irish whip. Makoto tagged in because of course. And the missile. Makoto? Nope, Makoto is not going for the pin. There's a neck breaker. Still not. Just go for the fucking pin. Kokichi kicks out. And now tagging in Rantaro because of course. Guys, just go for the pin. Prevent a tag out and go for the pin. It's not that hard. Rantaro literally did nothing, so he tags in Kokichi literally just to fucking spite me. Makoto kicks out because he still has the wherewithal. Going for the pin. There's one. There's two. Kokichi kicks out Rantaro. You should have entered the ring. Just avoid your breakup. Even though, like, okay, there should be a minimum or there should be a maximum amount of breakups in a match. It should be 3. It's either like you should have at least like between 1 or 3 breakups in a tag match. So even if the AI constantly tags in, because of course they will, because they have no fucking actual intelligence. Over the shoulders. Fireman's carry facebuster. Go for the pin. There we go, but Rantaro's going to break it up. There's one. Yep, there is Rantaro. Tagging in Makoto. Even though I'm pretty sure you still have a finisher left. Makoto knocks Rantaro off the apron. Makoto, why are you heading to the outside? Nothing good happens along the outside. The outside is filled with despair and sadness, which is why Kokichi's out there. Armbreaker, Makoto, now's the time. There's 9. And Makoto runs back into the ring, disrupting the count on accident. But there's 10, and finally... Dude, I just hate countouts. The tag team matches are better in this game, but they constantly tag out. They don't know how to go for the pin. Like, they legitimately don't know how to go for the pin because the AI is programmed not to win, but to make the player lose. And I don't know, it's so bad. 2K Sports, hey, at least 2K25's better. And for our second tag team match of the evening, hopefully it goes better than the first. Introducing first, it is your former tag team champions, Harmonious Truth.
On the way to the ring, Truth and Consequences.
And Harmonious Truth looking for an opportunity to reclaim the belt from the Cyber Idols. And their opponents. It is Kaede Akamatsu and Maki Harukawa, the Killer Tunes. And referee rings the bell. Sayaka and Kyoko the first, or excuse me, Sayaka and Kaede the first in the ring. And a stomps to the chest. Kaede forcing Sayaka back up to her feet. And Sayaka with the reversal. Maki trying to punch Sayaka, but instead hitting her teammate, hitting Kaede. Knee to the face. Forcing Sayaka back up to her feet. Irish whip into the corner. And tagging in Maki. Back body drop. Now let's see if either team actually wants to win this match, or if they want to waste our time. Well, Maki clearly wants to waste our time, considering that she headed outside, just stood there, and then did Jack Diddley squat. Now Sayaka tagging in Kyoko. And Maki with the hangman. And now tagging in Kyoko, or Kaede. Kaede with the trip. And a sliding leg drop. And again, going after Sayaka, now hot-shotting her off the apron, but allowing Kyoko back up to her feet. RKO from behind. And now standing submission locked in. But Kaede immediately getting out. Kyoko with the trip. Or Kaede with the trip. Kyoko tagging out. Kaede tagging out. And Sayaka tripping Maki, using her as a balance beam. And now Maki tagging in Kyoko. And Kaede, or excuse me, Kaede, Maki taking in Kaede, not Kyoko. Kaede going for the pin, perhaps trying to bait Kyoko into the ring, but alas, not meant to be. And Kaede with a running clothesline in the corner, rolling neck snap. And now just walking around, going for the tag instead of actually preventing the tag. Kyoko's it back in the ring. Maki with a running clothesline. And Sayaka sending Maki into the corner. Kyoko, that would have been like a cool spear, but no, that would have been useful in this match, and we all know that the AI can't actually do anything worth a damn. And now Kyoko tagging in Saika instead of pushing the advantage. Saika with the Hurricane Rana. And now standing submission attempt locked in. And Kaede, of course, immediately fights her way out. Of course she would. And now tagging in Maki. Oh no, you got hit by one attack. Better tag out. Sayaka with the reversal, and I swear I heard like a cartoon sound effect there. Sayaka fighting Maki on the top rope. And a top rope Hurricane Rana. Sayaka with a hip attack. Forcing Maki back up to her feet. Low altitude roundhouse kick. Picking up Maki by the knee, or by the leg. Knee strike. And tagging in Kyoko instead of, pushing the advantage that you guys have. Kyoko with the knife edge chop. And Kyoko with the faceplant going for the pin. Kaede is going to break that up. And now Sayaka tagged back in. Maki with the reversal. And an arm breaker, and again. Irish whip. Sling blade takedown. And now Maki goes for the pin. Kyoko's going to break that up. Sending Sayaka over to the corner. Uppercut to the stomach, tagging in Kaede. Running corner clothesline into the high kick. And Kaede going for the pin. There's one. There's two. Sayaka kicks out just in time. Springboard flying forearm. And I swear to God, Kaede, if you tag out for literally no reason, Sayaka reverses. Top rope. Arm drag. And now Sayaka tags out. Never mind, she's just staring down Kaede. And a hot shot stunner. And now Sayaka does not take out, instead going after Maki. And stunning Maki off the apron. Float over facebuster. And Sayaka going for the cover. There's one. There's two. Kaede kicks out. And now Tegan and Kyoko. Sayaka, that was actually kind of intelligent. Kyoko forcing Kaede back up to her feet. Irish whip into the corner. And the neck breaker. Kyoko should have gone for the pin, but no, Kaede kicks her off. Irish whip into the corner, gonna tag in Maki, and we're gonna be back to square one. Yep, there we go. Kyoko elbowing herself out. Walking Maki over to the corner. And sending her into the corner, clothesline. And the corner neck snap. Lining up the finisher that Maki's gonna reverse. Nope, there we go. Kyoko. With the bunny buster. Pushing her out, going for the pin. Kaede is gonna break it up. And now Sayaka tagged in. All they need to do is keep Maki in the ring. Or keep Kaede outside of the ring. Maki with the tackle. Jumping arm breaker, and they immediately failed. Kaede's back into the ring. Congratulations, Sayaka, you're bad. Double foot stomp. Going for the pin. There's one. There's two. Kaede kicks out. And now Kyoko tagged in. And Kyoko with a neck breaker. Kaede with the reversal. And the Irish whip into the corner. Maki's going to be tagged in. Nope, never mind, I guess. Kaede with Kaede with a kick to the ankle. And a stunner. Kaede, go for the pin. Go for the pin! You're not going to go for the pin because that would be actually useful. Picking Kyoko back up to her feet. Into the corner. Forcing Kyoko back up to her feet. Arm drag. Springboard moonsault. Go for the pin. Kaede, go for the pin. Kyoko's back up to her feet because Kaede doesn't know how to fucking pin. And now Maki's tagged back in. And now Maki setting Kyoko up top. And a top rope avalanche backbreaker. And Kyoko rolls to the apron. And now going after Kaede for literally no reason. Maki fighting Sayaka off the apron. Again, for literally no reason. And of course, Kyoko, instead of preventing Maki from tagging out, I mean, Maki crawled halfway around the world. Kyoko, you were literally there the entire time. You could have prevented that, but no, you didn't. Because that would have been actually useful. That would have been the smart thing to do. But no, this is 2K Sports. There is no such thing as the smart thing to do. There's only the scam thing to do. Kyoko going for the pin. There's one. Sayaka breaks it up. And of course, Sayaka reverses because the AI reverses literally everything when you want them to not. Kaede, what the fuck was that? Kaede, what are you doing? Just get back into the ring, guys. It's not that difficult. And the rolling neck breaker. Kyoko, go for the pin. There we go. Good girl. There's one. There's two. And Kaede kicks out. But do you see what happens when you go for the pin? Do you see what happens when you go for the pin? You can almost actually win matches. Wow, what a surprise. It's almost like that's the main way of winning matches. And Kyoko the neckbreaker going for the pin. Kaede is going to break it up because the referee has no control of this match. And now heel hook, locked in, trying to make Maki tap. And Kyoko lets up because she realizes that she could have won the match, but literally just to spite me, she decided to go against it. And now the pin attempt. There's one, there's two, and Maki does not kick out. And wow, do you see what happens when you go for the pin? It's almost like it's your job. "2K Sports, Visual Concepts, I know you're still actively working on this game, at least somewhat. Just do a hot patch to make Tag Team Logic a little bit better, please." And for our next matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is the Dragon of Dojima, Kazuma Kiryu. And his opponent, it is the hero of the Homs, the Beast himself, Dunban.
Weighing in at 180 pounds, the Beast, Dunban.
And here we go, referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle. Dunban stepping out of the way of that drop kick. Sending Kiryu for a run and a knee to the gut. And Dunban with a jumping arm breaker. And again, just working on Kiryu's left arm. Kicks to the face. And a rolling elbow connects. Forcing Kiryu back up to his feet. Snap mirror into a knee to the face. Kiryu finally having enough rolling out of that elbow drop. Now both men just exchanging right hands in the middle of the ring. Forcing Kiryu back up to his feet, double leg dropkick connects. Now Dunban middle rope. Diving knee strike into the insult to injury. And the pin, there's one, there's two. And now Dunban, born in a world of strife against the odds, we choose to fight, blossom, dance. And the pin, there's one, there's two, and Kiryu's not kicking out of that.
Here is your winner, Dunban.
Well, there was bound to be one dud of a match this evening, and I guess we found it. Including the tag team matches, yes. Because at least those had action. And for our penultimate matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is the bear from the TV world. It is Teddie.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Creed brothers from the internet, weighing in at 123 pounds, the Bear, Teddie!
And his opponent, it is the Phantom Fox, your former men's cruiserweight champion.
The Heart Foundation from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 140.
It is none other.
The Phantom Fox.
Just waiting for the music. Then Yusuke Kitagawa. Now referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle as Fox immediately begins with a kick right to the back of Teddie's head, picking him up, and an elbow to the back of the head. Flying forearm connects. Now stomp to the wrist. And Fox with the ground and pound. There's one, there's two. Teddie kicks out. Fox continuing the pressure. Looking for the crossbody, but not realizing that nobody's home. Teddie now with the stunner, looking to get some momentum in his corner. Release suplex is going to do a good job doing that. And Teddie with a flying forearm in the corner. And now top rope moonsault, but nobody's home. Fox with a knee smash. But Teddie with the reversal. Kicks to the face. Fox back up to his feet. There's a jumping facebuster. Fox rolling to the outside. Teddie following him. Fox sending him into the barricade. And Fox with the leg DDTs. And now Fox up top, looking for the stomp. And the pin. There's one. Fox kicks out. Fox picking up Teddie, elbow to the side of the head. And now a knee to the face again, rolling Teddie onto his back. And now stomps to the back of the spine. But Teddie turning him around. A couple of left hands find their way through. Teddie throwing Fox up against the top rope. And now Teddie in the corner lining himself up. And a spear, but no, Fox taking that down. And now Fox looking for the phantom knee strike. And the pin. There's one. There's two. Teddie kicks out. And now Teddie going for the pin. There's one. Fox kicks out. Teddie with the ground and pound, but Fox with the reversal. And a takedown, armbar, looking to go for the submission here. Putting pressure on Teddie's arm. And Teddie fights his way out. Stomp to the upper arm. Knee to the inside of the elbow. And Teddie with the comeback. Springboard wheelbarrow. And a face buster. Teddie lining up the finisher. And the backbreaker going for the pin. There's one. There's two, and Fox does not kick out, and his cold streak continues. Perhaps he was a last number merchant at last week's gauntlet match. And Teddie picking up yet another pretty well-deserved win, and he's not to be slept on. And for our main event of the evening, it's going to be a high-flying match this one, as introducing first. It is the winner of last week's Champions Gauntlet. It is humanity's companion, Sophie. And her opponent, it is 1/3 of your women's tag team champions. It is Ibuki Mioda. Here go both women staring each other down. Referee rings the bell. And Ibuki immediately begins with the neck breaker. Sending Sophie into the corner, looking for the back attack, but Sophie getting out of the way. And a standing bulldog. And a leg drop from Sophie. Springboard moonsault finds its mark. Now a kick right to the spine. Rolling Ibuki onto her side and another kick to the spine, and now Sophie. Feeling herself, feeling the audience, feeling the crowd. But Ibuki with the reversal, diving underneath. Single leg dropkick connects. And sending Sophie tumbling over the top rope. And Ibuki knocking her off. Just to toss Sophie back into the ring. Sophie with the Hurricane Rana. And a face buster. And a double foot missile dropkick. Sophie, springboard moonsault, finds its mark again. And the pin, there's one. Ibuki kicks out. Standing shooting star press connects, and the pin again. There's one. There's two, and Ibuki kicks out. Sophie heading up top. Corkscrew splash. And another pin. See, this is what you should be doing in tag team matches. There's two, and Ibuki does not kick out. And yeah, this is really what you should be doing in tag team matches, because that was just peak efficiency by Sophie. And she could be making a genuine push for the championship belt. And as we watch Sophie's celebration, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight. And hope to see you in just over 1 week's time, in about 8 or 9 days, if my math is correct. Because we're going to be rolling the dice at Against the Odds. But until then, we are signing out from Phoenix, Arizona. See ya.